What is going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another video. This morning we have some insane news, guys. Like, I can't even wrap my head around it. This is just so crazy. I mean, wow, the implications of the game are absolutely insane. But we're gonna just dive right in and see what happened today this morning. So this morning I woke up. I woke up from my bed. I checked my phone. I woke up right before my alarm, and I was like, wow, you know, this sucks. I want to go back to bed for 30 minutes. And I look at my phone and I see just messages upon messages upon messages upon messages. SS3 was banned according to my friends. And I started scrolling Facebook and I see that SS3 got banned, guys. It's absolutely insane. A lot of you guys know this by now, so we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about the implications of it. We're gonna see what happens. So first of all, this does seem to be a very official thing because I'm on the Dragon Ball Supercard Games Twitter right now where they posted this. So we'll go through the post. To North America, Oceania, Asia, Latin America, English-speaking Europe players, thank you for your continued support of the Dragon Ball Supercard game. We've announced that the SS3 leader, please read it. Alright, guys. Thank you for your continued support of the Dragon Ball Supercard game. This is a continuation of our last post from August 17th about Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. Here's a link to that post. So that's where they talked about, I believe that's where they talked about taking him off the watch list, which they made a huge turnaround from taking him off the watch list to outright banning him. So, as we said before, having seen the decks of top players from national championships, regional North America, and just in general, we limited SS3. We limited Flute to 1 copy, and decided to take SS3 off the watch list. Yeah, they did. I agree with Flute to 1. It definitely balances red-blue aggro. It does a little bit to Storm, but Storm really isn't reliant on Flute at all. So that is one implication of this ban, but we'll get into that a little bit later. However, even after the limit of the legendary Flute on September 21st, taking the current meta into consideration, we still believe that Super Saiyan 3 will lead to continue to dominate the competitive scene. So in their thing before, when they took him off the watch list, they mentioned how he was like 50% in the metagame. I thought that number was just like completely whacked, especially, and maybe that number has changed in the past several events since that announcement came out, but like, I think it was the Ohio regional, like SS3 was top 8 out of top 8. So there's definitely some more reason to think that this leader will dominate the game. So because of that, the SS3 leader will be temporarily banned starting September 28th. So guys, don't forget, I mean, I guess you guys have about a week left to keep playing SS3, whether you have a regional coming up this weekend or you want to keep playing at a locals if you really like the leader. So you do have time to continue to play the leader. And apparently, you know, they said it'll be temporarily banned. So we currently plan on banning the card from then until November 8th. So I guess they're going with a temporary ban to kind of test the waters and see how the meta shifts. This is a little bit weird to me. I mean, I wish it was just an outright ban until further notice, but they're already giving it a date to be usable again, November 9th, and that is before the American Nationals. So again, a little bit weird there. I guess they're waiting for set 5 to come out, thinking that because of all the energy hate they're bringing out, that they're going to be able to rebalance SS3 by the card pool. But the thing is, like, the energy ramp hate is not what's going to get SS3. Like, yeah, it sucks. Starting off on 2 energy is really cool. The crazy thing about SS3 is the untapped 3, guys. Bandai, it's like you listen, like, it's like you selectively hear what you want to hear sometimes, and like we've been telling you guys, it's the untapped 3 that's absolutely insane. But I understand to the same point, like when you have a million people kind of complaining about different things, it's really, really hard to sort through the mess. But at the same time, being a card game developer, you need to understand your meta game. You need to understand your card pool. These are things that you guys need to understand. So we will be getting this back November 9th. And honestly, if set 5 like power creeps SS3, that's just another whole scary thing. So I hope that's not the case either. But we'll find out. You know, we're in for the long run. So we in the Dragon Ball Supercard game team wish to offer our sincerest apologies that we're unable to seek this coming back on August 17th. It's okay, Bandai. We forgive you. We can't really blame them for wanting to wait to see results, I guess. And I'm glad they're addressing it now. So we also owe our utmost apologies to players participating in tournaments around the world. We ask for your continued understanding as we work hard to improve the meta for a game going forward. It does kind of suck that a lot of players are kind of getting blindsided by this because, you know, they have events coming up and SS3 is getting banned very, very soon. But they do have over a week, I believe, if I'm correct, that they can test different decks, different leaders, and I think they're going to have a lot of fun in their testing on their way to their events. We're dedicated ourselves to designing more cards in hopes that Dragon Ball fans and card game fans alike can enjoy our game. We ask that you continue supporting us in the future. Guys, I am so happy that when I go to AC in a couple weeks that I am not going to have to sit across from like SS3 like 7 out of 9 rounds. Alright guys, so what does this mean going forward? So SS3 got the temporary ban hammer. So I'm all for that. I think that's absolutely amazing. Like, we have the most generic plain Jane leader ban. What does that mean? It means that like creativity can spark back up again. What's happening is, like, you know, SS3 was there to counter Storm and counter aggro. Now we have Flute to 1, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But now we have to find other ways to counterbalance this aggro, and I think it's very, very possible, guys. It's going to be challenging, don't get me wrong, but because this leader's gone, like, I feel like the shackle's just been released from us as a player base. Like, we don't have to rely on this leader anymore just to get by. Like, you can't blame the leader base. I'm sorry, you can't blame the player base for playing SS3. It's just the fact that it exists is so good. It's like blaming people for playing the best cards. You can't do that. When a card is overly OP, that's why tier 0 formats are alive. It's like, oh, there's a tier 0 format. Well, I don't want to play a tier 0 deck, so I'm going to play this. And yeah, that's totally fine. You can play Rogue and you can enter a tournament playing Rogue, but you can't like be surprised when you don't win the event. If you win the event, like, all the kudos in the world to you, but like when there's tier 0 format, you can't blame the players for playing those tier 0 cards. I'm not saying S3 was part of a tier 0 format, but it's kind of along the same logic of you can't blame players for playing the best cards in the game. So with SS3 being gone, I'm so happy. I think creativity is going to open up quite a bit. Like, I'm really, really excited about that. So what are the implications of this? So back when Flute was at 4, SS3 was definitely around to keep balance in the format. It was either aggro or it was your flavor of SS3. Now we have Flute going to 1 starting tomorrow, September 21st. And we're, you know, people have been testing. I've been testing a lot. Storm is still insane. Storm is really, really good still. But here's the kicker, right? SS3 Storm, it does want to kill you turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. But if it didn't kill you turn 2, turn 3, it could recover really easily because you can play the Grandpa Gohans not to go down past 4 life. You had 3 energy up to protect yourself with Nimbuses, Roshis, and Unbreakables, and that whole thing. So you can play a longer game if you wanted to, and it wouldn't really affect you that much. Now we are going to have Storm in the form of Harudegarn and Trunks leaders, and those leaders really only have a certain window to kill you. They have to kill you on turn 2, turn 3. If it gets past that, it's really, really rough for them. They start to lose hand size. They start to lose a lot of their impactful plays because they can't really swap into Bardock once they're that low at life. So they're going to be doing a lot of the work for you guys in terms of like putting themselves down to low life so you can come back and clap back on them. Red blue aggro, I've mentioned this before in videos. It takes a much bigger hit with Flute going to 1. In red blue, it's much more important to be able to reuse your attackers because you don't have cards like Bardock that basically flute themselves back to hand. So it's going to be a lot more of a hit to red blue aggro. So I think that deck's already kind of checked with Flute going to 1. Storm is still very good though. I mean, SS3 Storm in my testing has been incredibly good. I put down Harudegarn Storm for a while, but the deck can still do some crazy things. But I know for a fact that yellow mid-range beats it pretty good. Nimbus is like the best stall against Storm. And what I've noticed as well from testing a little bit of World Tournament so far is that Storm does have a hard time plowing through 8 life, especially when you're not playing against something that wants to self-awaken. So I think Storm's in a bit of a predicament. I don't really think it's going to be tier 0, guys. I mean, I could be totally wrong. I'll always preface my opinions by saying that. I could be totally wrong, but I really don't think Storm is going to be tier 0 with Flute to 1. It's kind of hard for them to plow into 8 life straight through. And if you guys like go, I'm gonna put the link for it in the description down below. If you guys check out our video from a couple days ago, we posted a video of cards to counter Storm. So if we do see Storm start to become more prevalent, which I think it will, I think a lot of people will start to pick it up because it's a deck people have been able to play for a while now, and that people are pretty comfortable with it. But those cards are gonna be really good at countering Storm. I've got a few of them listed here. I'll post a link to that down in the description below. But yeah, guys, I'm super excited about that. I mean, we have a lot of good stuff coming out of World Martial Arts Tournament, especially the famous Goku Oob combo. It's just crazy for board control. It's crazy for putting on pressure back on Storm, and it gives you a reason to play World Martial Arts Tournament leaders, and I'm really excited about that. Like, so I think World Martial Arts tournaments are going to really flux the meta, and I think old leaders can play again, which I'm so excited about, guys. I think old leaders can play again. I think with the correct builds, I think other leaders can definitely combat Storm. I think other leaders can definitely combat World Martial Arts Tournament. So I'm like really excited for the creative space the game's about to go into. I'm about to start testing like crazy this weekend and just come up with the craziest ideas and just like whatever works, I'm going to bring it to you guys. So yeah, I mean, we have the Goku Oob combo. Vegito is still going to be insane for staving off aggro. Yeah, there's just a couple of the cards that are in that cards to counter storm video, but I want to talk about them. Like, so we still are gonna have mono blue builds being really, really good. I think the Trunks leader that Marcel Russell topped that one regional with, shout out to him, making it look easy. I think that Trunks leader is gonna be really, really good for mono blue. You can still play Objection to get to your plays faster, guys. Objection's still a card. There is more energy hate out in the game right now, but I mean, it's a risk you can take. Otherwise, you can play stall until you get to 4 energy, drop that Vegito, and then you should be all good from there. I mean, it's gonna kind of come back to that type of game where it was like Vegeta and Soul Striker, where it's like, okay, Vegeta wants to aggro you. If they do it successfully, you're probably gonna lose. But if you can stabilize as the Soul Striker, or in this case, like the mono blue Trunks player, I think you're gonna have a really good time. Like, I think it's gonna be that kind of fun interaction again, where like, okay, I'm trying to get my strategy off on you, but I'm trying to play my defensive strategy, and then we're gonna get back to this point where I can level up the playing field. But it's not being done by the means of a broken leader like SS3. So I'm really excited about that. Then we have like a thing like full power energy if you want to play blue green. I think blue green is a really, really good storm matchup. I think blue green is a really, really good test of strength, like world tournament ish matchup. So the thing with like against storm is if you present a green, your opponent really can't attack with their Bardox, and that's going to alleviate like 2 to 4 attacks on you every single turn. If they're just not getting those extra swings in, it's just so much less pressure they're putting on you. And if you're at 8 life, it's going to be pretty tough for them. And then when they are forced to swing at that Bardock, negate. Or if they're trying to evolve the Bardock Ape over a Bardock, full power energy, negate it, get it out of here. So I'm really excited about blue green, and plus blue green cards. A lot of the best green cards like Piccolo and Anilaza have barrier, guys. So test of strength on Goku and Oob, they don't deal with it. So it's really, really cool. I'm excited about that as well. Then we have, like I said, blue yellow mid range. So blue yellow mid range like is going to utilize Nimbus a lot. It's going to be able to get to that mid game. It's going to be able to play threats that clear board for Storm. It's going to be able to, I think, compete with things like World Martial Arts Tournament, Goku Oob, especially like that U7 Frieza leader that we put on the channel about 2 weeks ago. I want to say that deck is really, really strong, guys. You know, I think we'll see a slight resurgence of Shugesh decks like Jackie Chun, like U7 Frieza, but you know, Cronoa is there to check that, so I'm pretty excited about that as well. Like, it'll probably get you in game 1s, but you sign your Cronoas and you know you play from there. I'm really excited about this, guys. I think that the ban of SS3 is going to really open the creative space of the game. I think we're finally going to be able to like really enjoy the game again, and like really revitalize the feeling of the game, being able to play all these different leaders. Just keep in mind that like you can't go into any event with any random build and expect to do well. That's not really going to happen, guys. You have to like really put time into your build, time into testing your deck, play a lot at locals, play as much as you can online, and I think you'll find really happy results with this format. I'm really excited about this, guys. I wish SS3 was banned today, but I'm gonna start testing today for the SS3 ban, guys, and I'm really looking forward to it. So let me know what you guys think down in the description, down in the comments below. I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say about this. If you want to become a part of our Discord, our Crossworld TCG community Discord, we're just on there chit-chatting with the community about different things like your deck builds, playtesting online, just general discussion, things like that, guys. Become a part of that down in the description below. And don't forget, our giveaway for the entire month of September is still going on. Get yourself an Ultimate Box for first place, a playmat for second place, and some custom-made pins made by yours truly for third place, guys. Yeah, so with that being said, my name's Joey. Hashtag Shenron's mad lit that SS3 is banned, and I'll see you next time.